Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how I made these mushrooms and this a flower out of epoxy resin. So I have this purple pigment, resin pigment, and I've already mixed up my resin, which is part A and part B, and you do equal parts by volume. So I've already mixed that up, and I have some in my cup here, and I'm just going to stir my purple pigment into it. And I did forget to put my gloves on. Shame on me. You'll see a little bit later, though, I do remember and put them on. You do want to wear gloves. So I just pour a little bit in the mold, and then I just squish it around, trying to get it down in the nooks and crannies. And I take my little brush thingy there. It's not a brush. It's, oh my goodness, it's that word I can never think, and I almost spilt that. Good save. I have no clue. Anyway, it's a little rubber tip thing. It's not rubber. I know you guys know what it is, so put it in the comments because, yeah, I don't know why I cannot remember that word. I have such a problem with it when I get on these videos. Voiceovers. So I'm just taking the end of my tool there and going in the nooks and crannies of my mold. And then I had to mix up a little bit more because I didn't have quite enough. Just getting them in the petals there. Okay, what is it called? It is called, it's not rubber. Yeah, my mind just goes blank. If you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's what that mat is made out of. And it's what the mold is made out of. And it's what my tool end is what is made out of. So if you know what it is, and I'm sure you do, put it in the comments. Sometimes I wonder about my mind. Sometimes. So this is a little mold that I got from Hobby Lobby. It has 3 little mushrooms. And it's in the cake section. And those are, apparently those molds are always 50% off. And the flower mold I got from a YouTuber called Glitz and Glitter that I follow. And I just have a little bit left of the resin, and I didn't know if it would be enough for that second mushroom, but I make it work. Every little drop counts. It really does when you're using resin. So I thought I was only going to have enough for the top part of that mushroom. But you see here, I'm going to, well, right here, I'm going where the dots are on my mushroom cap. And I'm just trying to make sure there's no air pockets in there. And I'm just scraping off the resin from my mat there and putting it in the mold. And then scraping out my little cup. And I do end up with enough to fill the mold. So every little drop does count. It does make a difference. So there it is, and this is later on that day, I think it is. And I'm just going to take these out. Now they are a little soft. They're not fully cured. And I didn't wait till the next day. So like I said, they are a little bit soft. But they were hard enough for me to get them out of the mold. But aren't those mushrooms so cute? I think they're cute. And now for the flower mold. Like I said, I got this one from Glitz and Glitter. She's on YouTube, and she does resin every day, and she makes some really pretty stuff. She did make this mold here, and I think it turned out really good. Look at the sparkle on the flower petals. Now, like I said, it is a little bit soft. I probably should have waited until the next morning, but I can kind of move it around a little bit. So I just want to make sure that I didn't, you know, bend it all out of shape when I was getting it out of the mold. But there it is. Look at that sparkle. So pretty. And I did end up putting a magnet on the back of that. And it is on my fridge. So here's a closer picture of the mushrooms. Now a closer picture of the flower. I know you can't see the distinguishing petals, but it is pretty. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and right now I'm kind of into resin, but I do home decor and just crafts in general.